My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is June 2nd, 2024. It is 3 a.m. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this video. Could be on Pt1 or APTS Sussex. I have about 13 tweets to go over. The first couple ones a little bit should be on APTS Sussex, but since it's not that much, I'm thinking of putting it with the good tweet, the feel good type of tweet on Pt1. So just in case, while I'm editing, I decided to change my mind, I will do the background of both of my channels just in case. So this is Pt1. Let's look at the numbers. 3,923 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. And by the way, whenever I'm doing this, the beginning of the video, feel free to skip them. Sometimes I put the timestamp on the videos, so you could always go to the first tweet. Estimate revenue, $74.61. We shall see at the end of the video if it goes back down. All right, analytics. Okay, and the last 48 hours, I had 589 views. And there's the subscription and estimate over here. So let's go on APTS Sussex. So on APTS Sussex, the number is slightly different. Okay, 4,255 subscribers. New subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenue, $225.04. Yesterday, I had to send YouTube, I did feedback. Yeah, I sent them a feedback regarding some of the numbers. But unfortunately, on the recording yesterday, it split into two parts. On the first part, you're gonna see at the beginning of the video, the estimate revenue was $220 and change. And then by the end of the video, which is on the second part, because the video was slightly long with my editing, adding new clips, so it became more than an hour. So I put the second part on another video. And then the estimate went back down to, I believe, $209 and change. And I was like, how could that be? That's like $11 different. How could your estimate be so off like this? And then anyway, I sent them a feedback to let them know what's going on. I'm paying attention to what's going on with the numbers. All right, so analytics, come on. All right, so in the last 48 hours, I had 3,549 views. So on this channel, I tend to have a video every day because the Rangers, the Royal Rats always have something to say. So I try to create at least one video a day and then put it out there. So, you know, you guys who are not on Twitter know what some of the squad are talking about. And it's usually the squad who bring on the Rangers, the Royal Rats type of topics onto the squad's timeline. And then if I come across them, I'll share them with you. So on Pt1, this is where mostly things about Harry and Meghan, the things that they do. So now that I have these channels, Pt1, APTS Sussex, and our part of service, which is mostly focusing on exactly their work and charities and that they associate with. So I tend to create different videos for these things, depend on the topic of the day. All right, but this one, I always have a video every day because the Royal Rats always have problem, made up problem, man-made problem, unnecessary problems. All right, so let's look at the first tweet. Let's go on Twitter. So when I come back, if I decided to create two different videos, you know, you'll get to see the numbers anyway. This is not on my list, but this is the squad who did this. Trooping balcony appearance 2025. Nobody's there. So I didn't even put it on my list. So it appeared there. Alright, so let's go on the first tweet. My son actually have a race later today. So I have to wake him up early. Today is Sunday, by the way. I have to wake him up early. And I wanted to go to the place. It's like 2 hours drive. But my husband wants to come back and whatever, so I'm just gonna wake him up and then continue if I have to edit, and then when my husband come back, I'll take a shower and prepare myself. But anyway, in other words, I have things to do today. Alright, so this is the first tweet. It is then when she started to doubt his reign. Look at Charles. I've seen this picture before. He doesn't care. He's sleeping. Who knows what he was doing? There's the laugh here. She already knew long before, and Phil knew at first sighting, because he wanted him to go in a tough school, but he could handle it. Okay, any doubt proof was when a nanny was still pushing the lazy bun in Australia at age 4. The thing almost needed a gas power motor. Jeez. Right, there's the laugh here. Her disappointment is written on her face. She literally raised him. I think she knew from day one. Well, I will not say she. It's due to nannies. Again, with this response here, I have to go back. Okay, you've heard me saying this. This is like a broken record. This thing started the minute the Queen father died. The man in gray suit took over and then implement a nanny for Charles and train Charles to be the kind of a man that he is now, a weak man. And then they sent the Queen and Philip overseas to be busy with other things. Meanwhile, the men in gray suit are weakening the Charles instead of making him strong. And then, Prince Philip wanted to toughen him. But no, they disagree. And Philip had no say over there, because when you look at Prince Philip's background, Prince Philip was supposed to be more powerful than Queen Elizabeth. When you look at his background, not in terms because he's a man, because of his background, he was supposed to take, well, now that they abolished his lineage, his side of the family from Greece and other places, so he became that weak of a man in terms of his titles and all of that. But when you look at his background, was supposed to be more powerful than Queen Elizabeth, but the institution weakened him. So since he had no home, no other things to lay back on, he had to accept what was laid for him. And then when you look at, I'm branching off now, the current horse that is next to him, okay, this is how the institution really effed up the royal family. Prince Philip, who was more powerful than the Queen, they weakened him. They didn't even call him king, because they feel like a king is somewhat, I mean, people who's in the UK could correct me on this. I'm not saying I know everything, but from things I'm talking on top of my head right now, because they want the blood princess, or now queen, to be the top one, their bloodline, their people, even though from German, to have that title of queen, because they feel like a king is higher up in terms of name and things like that, is higher up than a queen. So they then give Prince Philip the title of a king. All right, they call him, what is it, Duke of Edinburgh or something like that. Did they create that specially for him? I don't know. You guys who's into all of that could teach me a thing or two about that. So they then give him the title of a king. But when you look at the horse that's next to this one right now, but yet they effed up the queen's type of thing, because they were supposed to call her queen consort. She removed the consort and called herself queen. Okay, she's not a freaking blood princess is just a side piece. Now they made her, just look at the difference between Prince Philip and that horse, that current horse next to him right now. All right, so you guys make up your mind. Let me leave this topic alone, because this is there's so many branches onto that. So that's that. Let's go to the next one. If I create 2 videos out of the list, I will put that on APTS Sussex. Otherwise, I'll sneak it in on Pt1. Next tweet. The way the monarch and heir control that family financially is why you see those cousins rushing to garden parties in the rain and posting pictures on Instagram like a sponsored post. I mean, I spoke about this, especially Eugenie. And I think I said something in this route when that topic first came up. I think Harry will understand because he grew up in there. He understands the mindset of the brother. Everything is competition. Knowing the cousins are women, they never really experienced this type of hostility. So they have to fall in line with the current monarchy. Otherwise, how will they compete or fight the crazy mindset of Harry's brother? You see the nonsense they put Harry through. And Harry is, making his own money. His wife is helping him and all of that. Do the cousins have that same type of mentality and to-do type of thing? So they have to follow that. At least I could understand. Okay? Let's see here. They treat family members like indentured servants. That post was sponsored. She's making reference to Eugenie's IG post. I came across it. I think I went on IG to look at it. And then from that, I came across some other videos. She's pretty decent in terms of well-minded when it comes to art and things like that. I was very surprised when I was listening to her on the video of hers on IG. So that's why I follow her. Not because she's Eugenie or anything like that. Because of some of the videos that while I was making my own video and I came across it, I was like, oh, let me give her a follow. Okay, let's continue. That post was sponsored. Again, that's the IG post. The way it was worded was deliberate to let us know that it was sponsored. I think so too. Yep, she got it. She got it. She understands exactly what was going on. Exactly. And this is why I say Harry will understand. Imagine being a grown adult, beholding to someone else, depending on them to house, feed, and clothe you, having to always run when they call to remain in their good graces. Otherwise, they can cut you off on a whim. It's the worst kind of prison. Harry and Meghan living was a blessing. Yeah. This is why sometimes when we look at the exiting process of Harry and Meghan, we have to thank Egg for that. He literally put it in writing for Harry. He put a stamp on it because of the Simon case kind of thing. And then Harry made sure to let people know because they would easily, okay, when the narrative changed, like around right now, the narrative is changing. They would easily go into the document and change it. But Harry made sure to go to court, made it public so people know, so they cannot alter that Simon case papers or whatever he would, the agreement. Okay, it's the worst kind of prison. Harry and Meghan living was a blessing. And Edward has lost 30 pounds because the Queen was giving him big allowance every month and Charles probably cut it in half. He is sick, really sick. And Sophia is out here letting everyone know her wardrobe allowance is no longer at the shop. I miss you, mommy. Everything is so contrived and forced with this family. No wonder they seldomly smile in these events. Well, you can see the condition that Harry was living in before he met Meghan. The thing is, even if the girl's financial situation is okay, their parents' situation is dire. That's why when you look at Eugenie, the York sisters, their husband are doing okay, I guess. But Andrew and everything else, on my last video, I think I spoke about Andrew as well. And they have to bend the knee to keep their parents' lights on. Nothing more than indentured servant. Said truth. They also live here, so the monarch can glum up all their opportunities if they don't play ball. That's very sad. That's very sad. That is pathetic, I said. I'm telling you, every one of them has Harry's option. True, but when you look at the way they grew up, it's really hard for them to be able to do that. Then if they rely on their husband, this is why I was like, the one who married the other sister, the one who looks so much like the father, what's her name? There's Eugenie, and what's the other one? Eugenie is the one who went and hang out at hang out in California with Harry. We saw some part of it on the Netflix docuseries. The other sister, the husband. I don't know why he put himself into that, because he had he was creating a family with someone else. I have a video about that. Okay, when you look at the background, I believe he's a real estate developer or something like that. And then you have the wife who's an architect. This is the perfect combination. Perfect combination. You don't have to stomp on each other's work, because one could easily go out and find properties. I used to do that, but it's so much work and you have to deal with so many bad actors. It's really crazy. And I was both of them. Okay, I could do my own drawing and everything like that. The only thing is I can't stamp it because I'm not licensed. I could do my own drawings and then hand it off to an architect and say, look at it and stamp it for me. And then he could do his own research to make sure everything is okay, because I used to do that. Okay, the husband could look for properties and then give ideas to the wife, and they work it out together and do the plan, and then the husband follow and do look at workers who's doing the work, building and renovation and all of that. That was the perfect combination, but he let that go and he had a child already. So it's the name thing, I think, that made him left the other woman. And I hope the other woman, the architect, is doing well on her own, because, and then make sure that child don't get too deep into that family, because it's easily they could shift things to that child. You see the pattern of things. But anyway, when I first found out that's what that husband was, and I was like, what the hell? And I started looking into the background. That's how I knew the ex-girlfriend was an architect, and I believe they were engaged at some point. This guy is fucking effed up. It's because of the lineage, the titles of that family, but now we know it's pure garbage. Right? Not all of them, but you could see some of them, they have no choice. Alright, so that's that. Let's leave it. This is why I'm like, I might create 2 parts to this video, because this topic belongs on APTS Sussex channel. Alright, next tweet. So there's that here. Alright, if this is an article, I'll leave the link for you, but I'm not gonna read it. Okay, so it is a link. I'll leave the link in the description for you. All right, you guys could read it yourself, because I don't know why this guy is letting the institution use him. But if he's okay, that's his life. I have no choice. So I'm just saying back and watch things about to crumble. All right, because we know the pattern of that family. If everything goes well for him, good for him. I don't wish anything negative on him, but we know the pattern of that family. All right, next tweet. King Charles turned to David Beckham to rebuild charity hit by cash for honor scandal. The funniest thing is that Richard Palmer wrote this article. Very interesting, from The Observer. So the king needs celebrities to help his charity. I know his younger son doesn't need any help. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even read the caption when I saw this part here. I didn't read all of it. Alright, so that's me here. This guy is about to be blamed on things he will have to spend his own money to dig himself out. Good luck to him. I hope letting this bunch using him is worth it. The British royal family, I forgot the F, had 2 people who were all about charities. They kicked them out. This is crazy. So what David Beckham knows about charity. Alright, so I'm the only comment on here. So this is later on. Okay, I believe I have a tweet regarding that. Alright, so next one. I was the only comment on the David Beckham one. Next tweet. And I didn't read the article. The link will be in the description. So I came across this and I'm like, what the hell? Alright, the fact that people have to mention John Lennon's son instead of saying his name says everything we need to know about him. And the fact that all the media who are happy about this story are mostly far-right says the rest. It's a non-story. So this is the Daily Mail online. John Lennon's son, Sean, says Prince Harry is an idiot who deserved to be mocked and online rent. What the hell, of all things? So where's my comment here? Right, I swear, if I saw him on the street, I'll never know who the heck he is. He should have just sat and enjoyed his meal. So now he's about to experience some things Okay, I put it in quotation. Well, I put store next to it. All because he can't mind his. Obviously, he hasn't been paying attention from previous people who couldn't mind theirs. Yeah, now we wait. Why Julian who? Who that? Okay, he was quoting the British media narrative of spare me, what have they got on him, to suddenly from nowhere be mentioned about Spare that was released over a year and a half ago. He is just a nepo baby who lives off his father's name, what he's actually done on his own. Is he a musician or something like that? I think he's a musician. Let's see, there's 7 comment under. Also, as usual, with bullies, when called out, reply with, hey guys, I was joking. Oh, did he? Julian is the more talented son. Okay, what did he do though? Alright, so now I need to search. I need to know what Sean Lennon did. So he is, okay, Sean Tewo Ono Lennon is an American-British musician, songwriter, producer, and multi-instrumentalist. He is the son of John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Okay, so what's some of the things he has done? Okay, producer, multi-instrumentalist. He is the son of John Lennon and half brother to Julian Lennon. He's 48. He was born in 75. What happened to John Lennon's son? Has followed his father's footsteps, releasing his solo debut Into the Sun. How come I never heard of it? In 1998. Okay, followed by Friendly Fire 8 years later. He has been a member of multiple bands and received an Oscar last year for his War Is Over. Okay, inspired by the music of John and Oko short film. Inspired. So he's still, attaching the father's type of success. Okay, good for him, I guess. Harry wrote his own book. It has to do with himself and his experiences, and created multiple charities and organizations. But okay, good for him. So let me leave that alone. Okay, he was quoting, there's that, he's a joke. Okay, sit down, just never gonna happen. What is that? Another non-talented nobody trying to get that few minutes of fame by riding off Harry and Meghan coattails. Who knew John Lennon even had a son? Some people forget they're irrelevant. But if they really did say that, he should be careful to remember what happened when his mom married his dad. That will be rich coming from him. I doubt he said it. I don't know. John Lennon we know. But who is Sean Lennon? Does he also know the Brits? The fell hit his mom. I said the same thing yesterday. If a person has to be recognized by their parents' name, is a who. Alright, does he knows people call Meghan Yoko as an insult to his mother? Really? That's news to me. 2 Lennon factions, John and Julian, talented. Sean and Screech, no talent. Okay, I just read he received a Oscar, so I don't know. Did they give it to him because of his father connection? I don't know. Let me leave that alone. Okay, so I'm 23 minutes into that. Let's see. If I pass more than an hour by the end of this recording, then this spot will be on APTS Sussex. Alright, next tweet. So now we are into the good part. So there's a possibility this spot might be on PYTE. Alright, the individuals in the UK expressing concern over the Duchess attire during her time in Nigeria are doing so out of jealousy. Their jealousy stems from the fact that her torn and sculpted back all allows her to wear a dress that they cannot. That's for sure. That's for sure. There's that, the images. Jealousy of everything Meghan plays a huge part in their feelings, plus not liking the fact that Harry didn't choose a bride following the usual royal mold. What could Meghan have that a proper English rose from a fine family doesn't have? There's the rolling eye here. Let's see, there's not coming. Okay, a strap on. Wrong brother. Yeah, we know all about well-heeled English blood and their morals. Shaking my head. Narcissism. Nah, they keep on saying that, but it's just a reflection on the people who keep on saying that. Meghan don't even, you know what, let's just black. Let's see here. Okay, Harry, why are you singling out the UK? Because majority of the things are coming from the UK, I guess. Alright, there's that. True, people are laughing. Hogwash, not jealous. Truthful, no. These people are crazy. These people are crazy. Alright, so there's all of that. Next tweet.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.